وَيَهِيَ كِشْمُوعَ هَمَّلَكَ Hizqiyahu. And it was as the king Hizqiyahu's hearing, وَيِقْرَأَ Etbugadaw. Also he tore his garments, وَيَتْكَسَبَشَاقَ, and he covered himself in the sackcloth. وَيَابُهْ بَيْتَ Yahweh, and he came to the house of Yahweh. وَيَشْلَحْ إت الياقيم أطر على البيت وشبنا الصوفير وإت ذقني الكهنيم متكسيم بشقيم إليشعياhu Hanabi ben Hamoth. And he sent Eliakim, who is over the house, and Shebaniah the scribe, and the elders of the priests, ones covering themselves in the sackcloths, to Yeshayahu the prophet, the son of Amoth. وَيُؤْمَرُ هِلَوْ كُهَمَرْ حِزْقِيَهُ يوم الثرى وثوخها وناثا هَيُّومَ هَذَا. And they said to him, Thus Hizqiyahu hath said, A day of distress and rebuke and spurning or contempt this day is, Ki bahu banim adam mashabir wukoha hayin leleda, because sons have come as far as the breaching, and strength is not for giving birth. Ulai yishma'a Yahweh Eloheka et kol divrei Rab shaqeh אתר שלחו מלך האסור אדוני לחרף אלוהים חי והוכיח בדברים אתר שמע יהוה אלוהיך. Perhaps Yahweh thy God shall hear all the words of Rabshakeh, which the king of Assur, his lord, hath sent him to reproach the living God, and he shall rebuke in the words which Yahweh thy God hath heard. وَنَاشَهَتَ تَفِلَّا بَعَدَ هَشْهَرِيتَ هَنِّمْتَا. And thou shalt lift up a prayer on behalf of the remnant, the one being found. وَيَابُهُ عَبْدَهَ مَلْكَ حِزْقِيَهُ Eliashayahu. And the servants of the king Hizqiyahu came to Yeshayahu. وَيُؤْمَرْ لَهِمْ Yeshayahu. And Yeshayahu said to them, Ko tohmarun el Adonechem. Thus shall ye say to your Lord, Ko amar Yahweh, thus Yahweh hath said, Alatira mipne hadvarim atar shamata atar giddapu nagare melka hathur oti. Fear thou not from before the faces of the words which thou hast heard, which the lads of the king of Assur have reviled me. Hinnani noten boruch, behold me, one giving in him a spirit, washama shmu'a wathab laharsho, and he shall hear a report, and he shall return to his land. Wihipalatiu baherb barsho, and I shall cause him to fall by the sword in his land. Wayat obarab shaqeh, And Rabshakeh returned, Wayimtah et Melka Hathor Nilham ala Libnah, and he found the king of Athur engaged in battle over Libnah. Ki Shama Ki Nasa Millachish, because he heard that he departed from Lachish. Wayishma el Tirahaqa melech Cush le'amor, and he heard concerning Tirahaqa, king of Cush, saying, Hinne Yasha lehillahem hitach, behold, he hath come out to engage in battle with thee. Wayathob, and he returned. Wayishlach malahakim, and he sent messengers. El Hizqiyahu le'amor, to Hizqiyahu, saying, Kotohmarun el Hizqiyahu melech Yehuda le'amor, thus shall ye say to Hizqiyahu, king of Yehudah, saying, Al yashiaka Eloheka atrahata bo tehbo le'amor, let not thy God deceive thee, whom thou art one trusting in him, saying, Lo hatinathen Yerushalem beyad melech Hathor, Yerushalem shall not be given into the hand of the king of Athur. Hinne hata shama'ata, behold, thou hast heard, et atra'ashu malache Hathor, what the kings of Athur have effectuated, l'chol ha'harashot, to all the lands, l'haharimam, to devote them to destruction. Wahata tinnathel, and thou wouldst be delivered. Hahithilu hotam Elohe hagoyim atrashihatu havotai. Is it that the gods of the nations, which my fathers destroyed, delivered them? Et the Gozan, with the Haran, Gozan and Haran, Warithap, Ubene Eden, Atar Bethel Ashar, and Rithap, and the sons of Eden, which are in Telahashar. Ayo Melka Hamath, Melka Harapad, Melka La'ir Saparawayim, Hena, Ewa. Where is the king of Hamath, and the king of Arapad, and the king for the city of Sepharwayim, Hena and Ewa? Wayiqah Hizqiyahu et Hasafarim miyad Hamalahim Wayiqrahem, and Hizqiyahu took the books or letters from the hand of the messengers, and he read them. Waya'al bet Yahweh, and he went up to the house of Yahweh. Wayiparashahu Hizqiyahu lifnei Yahweh, and he spread it, Hizqiyahu did, before Yahweh. Wayitpalel Hizqiyahu lifnei Yahweh, and Hizqiyahu prayed before Yahweh. Wayomar, and he said, Yahweh Elohe Yisrael, O Yahweh God of Yisrael, Yotheb HaKerubim, one dwelling of the Kerubim. Atahu ha-Elohim levadaka. Thou art he, the God, thou alone. L'kol mamalekot haaretz, for all the kingdoms of the earth. Ata ashita et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Thou hast effectuated the skies and the earth. Hateh Yahweh hodnaka. Incline, O Yahweh, thy ear, Ushema, and hear thou. Pekah Yahweh eneka. Open thou, O Yahweh, thy eyes. Ureh, and see thou. Ushema et divrei Sanherib, and hear the words of Sanherib. Atar shalahu laharep Elohim hai, which he sent him to defy the living God. Omanam Yahweh heharibu malakeh hathur et hagoyim ve'et harasham. Truly, O Yahweh, the kings of Athur have laid waste the nations and their land. Wanathanu et Elohehem ba'esh, and they have given their gods into the fire. Ki lo Elohim hemma, because they were not gods. Ki him ma'asher yedeh adam esh wa'evan wa'yahabdum. For the work of the hands of Adam, wood and stone they were, and they destroyed them. Wa'ata Yahweh Eloheinu hoshi'enu nah miyado. And now, O Yahweh our God, save thou us now from his hand. V'yeda'u kol mamlekot haaretz, and let all the kingdoms of the earth know. Ki hata Yahweh Elohim levadaka, that thou, O Yahweh God, that thou, O Yahweh, art God, thou alone. Vayishlach Yeshayahu ben Amoth el Hizakiyahu le'amor, and Yeshayahu the son of Amoth sent to Hizkiyahu, saying, Ko amar Yahweh Elohei Yisrael. Thus Yahweh the God of Yisrael hath said, Atar hitpalalata elai el Sanherib melech Athur shama'ati. What thou hast prayed to me concerning Sanherib, king of Athur, I have heard. The hadavar atar diber Yahweh alayu. This is the thing which Yahweh hath worded upon him. Badalaka la'agalaka betulat bat Zion acharaka rosh heni'a bat Yerushalem. She hath despised thee, she hath derided thee, the virgin daughter of Zion. After thee she hath wagged a head, the daughter of Yerushalem. Etemi herapata wigidapata. Whom hast thou blasphemed, and thou hast reviled. وعلى me هريموتا, and against whom hast thou lifted a voice? Watisha marom enuka, and thou hast lifted on high thy eyes. Al Kadosh Yisrael, upon the Holy One of Yisrael. Biyad malachaka herapata Adonai. By the hand of thy messengers thou hast reproached the Lord. Watomer, and thou hast said, Barov rikavi ani aliti merom harim yarkete Lebanon. By means of the abundance of my chariotry, I have come up to the height of the mountains, the recesses of Lebanon. Vehekarot qomat harazayu, and I have cut off the height of its cedars. Mibahor baroshayu, the choice of its fir trees. Wahaboha malon qisto, and I have come to the lodging place of its end. Yahar karamilo, the forest of its fruitful field. Ani karati, I have dug. Washatiti maim zarim, and I have drunk foreign waters. Wacharib bekaf ba'amai kol yore mathor, and I shall dry up by the sole of my steps all the rivers of Mathor. Halo hashamata lemerahok, is it not that thou hast heard from afar off? Ota ashiti, I have effectuated it. Lemiyame qedem aratiha, for from days of old also I have formed it. Ata havetiha, now I have brought it. Utehi lahashot galim nisim arim bethurot, and be thou for to cause a desolation, cities fortified to become heaps ruined. Weothbehen Pithareyad, and its inhabitants short of hand, that is, of little strength. Hattu Wayeboshu, they were shattered, and they were put to shame. Hayu Eshabashada, they were like the plant of a field. Wearakadasha, and the green plant. Hasirganot, the grass of a roof or roofs. Ushadefa lifnekama, and blighted before coming up. Withibatuka, Wishethaka, Waboaka, Yadaati, and thy sitting and thy going out and thy coming I have known. With hitaragazaka helai, and thy raging thyself toward me. Yagan hitaragazaka helai, because of thy raging thyself toward me. Wishahananaka Allah Bodhanai, and Thy ease or arrogance hath ascended into my ear or ears. Washamati hahi bahapurka. Also I shall set my hook in thy nose. Wimithagi bishapathaka. And my bridle in thy lips. Wahathi votika badarka atara bahatavah. And I shall return thee in the way which thou hast come in it. Withelakahaoth, and this for thee is the sign. Akol hashana safih, uvashana hathenith sahish. Eat thou this year the volunteer plants, and in the second year that which grows without replanting. Wavashana hathalithith, and in the third year, zara'u uqatharu unnata'u karamim wikalu pirayam. Sow ye, and reap ye, and plant ye vineyards, and eat ye their fruit. We are Safapalit at the bit Yehuda Hanishahara Shorashalamata wa Ashapari Lama Allah. And the escapee of the house of Yehuda that remaineth shall add root to below, and shall effectuate fruit to above. Ki Mirushalem teshesherit upeleta mehar Zion, because from Jerusalem a remnant shall go forth, and an escapee from Mount Zion. Benahat Yahweh Shabbaot Ta'ashadot. The zeal of Yahweh of hosts shall effectuate this. Lakin kohamar Yahweh el melech hathur. Therefore, thus Yahweh hath said to the king of Athur, or concerning the king of Athur, Lo yavo el ha'ir hazot. He shall not come to this city. V'lo yoretham heth, and he shall not direct or shoot there an arrow. V'lo yaqaddamena magen, and he shall not approach it with shield. V'lo yishapoka aleha solala, and he shall not pour upon it a mound. Badarka atarayavoh bahayathub, in the way which he came, in it he shall return. Welha'ir hazot lo yavoh num Yahweh, and to this city he shall not come, a declaration of Yahweh. Uganoti elha'ir hazot lohoshi'ah, and I shall defend this city to save it, lemachani, for my sake, ulemachna David avdi, and for the sake of David my servant. Wayahi balayla hahu, and it was in that night. Wayesh malach Yahweh wayach b'machne hathur mehath monim wachamishalef. And the angel or messenger of Yahweh went out, and he smote in the camp of Athur 185,000. Vayashikimu vabokar, and they arose in the morning. V'hinne kulam pagarim metim, and behold, all of these were dead corpses. Vayisa, Vayelek, Vayathob, Sanherib, Melekahathur, Vayethib, Beninaweh, and Sennacherib, king of Athur, departed, and he went, and he returned, and he sat in Nineveh. Wayahihu Mishetahawa Beth Nisoroka Elohai, and it was, he was one bowing down in worship in the house of Nisroch his god. Wahadara Melech Washara Ether Barnail Hikuhu Baherb, and Adaramelech and Shara Ether his sons smote him by means of the sword. Wehemma Nimeletu Erish Ararat, and they fled to the land of Ararat. Wayimeluk Esarahadon Beno Tahatai, and Esarhaddon his son reigned in his place.